Hi guys, Dave here, and today I'm going to show you a way to play all the pedal steel licks on top of the world, but on a guitar of course. Okay, we'll go straight into it. The whole song's in the key of B flat, so not a particularly guitar friendly key, but it's not going to make that much difference to the licks that we play today. Okay, the first lick happens at the 37-second mark. I think it's just coming into the second verse. I think that's where it happens. So, to play that, I'm just hammering on 10 to 12 on the G string. Then I'm playing 11, 13 on the B. Then 13 on the E. 11 on the B. And then I'm going to do a whole tone bend on the 13th fret of the B. So bending it up 2 frets basically. The last 3 notes though, you want to try and try and keep them ringing in as much as you possibly can, especially the first string. So you get that sort of effect at the end. Like that. The next lick happens at the 124 mark. So for that, I'm playing 13 on the E string again, and I'm going to pre-bend the 13th fret on the B. So I play the first string, then a second. Let the bend down, and then I pull off onto the 11th fret, like that. Then I pull off 12 to 10 on the G. Then I'm going to play the 13th fret on the E and B strings again, and I'm going to bend that B string up a tone. This is a kind of a bend that you're going to see quite a lot on these licks. Like that. Okay, this lick happens at the 1 minute 44 mark. I'm going to show you 2 ways to play it. The first way's got more bends in it and it takes a bit more practice, and then I'll show you a slightly easier way of playing it. So again, I'm playing 13th fret on the E and 10th fret on the B, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend that B string up a semitone, up 1 fret, and release it down like that. Then the next bit, I'm holding down the 10th fret on the B and G strings, and I'm going to bend them up, and what should happen is that the B string will go up a half step or 1 fret, and the G string should go up a tone or 2 frets. Like that. Then I'm going to play the 8 on the E and 10 on the B. And then I'm going to do this double stop bend that we've had before. That's 13th fret on the E, 13 on the B, bend the B up a tone. Right, so that's one way of doing it, a little bit fiddly. Or the other way is to do the first part again with the little 1 fret bend, and then just play the double stops as normal. So that's 10B, 10G, then 11B, 12G, then 13B, 14G, and then finish on that double stop bend again. Okay, this lick happens during the chorus. This is at the 2-minute 8-second mark, and it starts off with part of a B flat major scale. So we're going to play 3-5 on the G, then 3-4-6 on the B. Keep it on, play the 6th fret on the E, and then we're going to go back to that 6th fret on the B and bend it up a tone. And try and keep the notes ringing in as much as you can. Then the second part of this run is just this. So you're going to play 6 on the E again, nice and short. Then you know, 6-4-6 on the B, then bend and release it up a tone, like that. So you get This next lick happens at the 2-minute 24 mark, and I think this is at the end of the chorus. All over a B flat chord. So all I'm doing there is 10th fret on the E, just bending it up a half step, 1 fret, releasing it, then 10B, then 10-8-7 on the G. Like so. This lick happens, I think, in a breakdown chorus, and it's quite simple. So for this, I'm just playing 11 on the B. Then I repick it and bend it up a full step. Then I play 10 on the E. And then I bend that up a half step. Then I repick it, let it back down, then I pre-bend the 11th fret on the B and then let that down. And then right at the end I play 13th fret on the E, bend it up and release it a full step. Now sometimes, we'll see if this works, on the record it actually sounds an octave higher, much easier to do on a pedal steel guitar, I'm sure. What you can try and do to get the octave is to maybe do pinched harmonics, so you kind of just laying your thumb on the string while you pick it, and it's got to be 12 frets above whatever note that you're playing with your left hand, like that. So if you're the adventurous sort, you can try doing it with pinched harmonics. It can be a little bit hit and miss, and it also won't be quite as loud as if you just play it with regular notes. But it might be something you might try. If you get the right sort of sound, if you've got lots of compression on the guitar, for example, and a nice bright guitar sound, that should really help to make those harmonics pop out. Okay, the very last thing that you hear, and this is around the 2:49 mark, right at the end of the song, you hear a B flat note being swelled in on the pedal steel. It's an octave higher than what I can get on the guitar. Again, if you want to try doing a pinched harmonic, you can do, although it'll be quite hard to find the exact right position for it. So I'm just going to play it normally. And a way you can swell in the volume, you can either do it on your guitar, or if you do it like I'm going to do it now, I've got a volume pedal down here that I'm just going to play and then just swell the volume in. So the note is the B flat, so that is on the 18th fret of the E string. And add a bit of vibrato as you do it as well, that really helps. And then right at the end he does a typical pedal steel lick, like we've seen before. 13th fret on the E and B strings, and then you bend the B string up a tone. And that's how we finish the song. Other things that are probably worth mentioning, you might notice that when I pick, sometimes I'm using hybrid picking. So quite a lot of the times when I'm playing two strings together, you might see that I use my middle and ring fingers to pluck the strings together. It just helps to kind of get it a bit more immediate. If you're uncomfortable with that though, by all means use a pick. You'll get a slightly brighter sound if you do that. So I'll leave that up to you, it's a personal preference really. Very typical though, when I'm playing any sort of kind of country licks, whether they're pedal steel or banjo rolls, I tend to use hybrid picking a great deal. And if it's a new technique for you, well worth exploring. And yeah, a lot of fun once you've got it under your fingers. Okay guys, that's the end of the lesson. I hope you get a lot from it, and I will see you for one real soon.